like, I can guarantee you will walk away from a stream learning something new. And I can guarantee that as well in a private session. But private sessions are way better than stream coaching. Stream coaching is just very cut and dry. This is Grand Champ 1. Nalia. Nalia, as the little, like, bonus, like, just so we don't forget it, I'm still, like, very in this with you. Mechanics, freestyle mechanics, right? Your mechanics are crazy, like, regarding car control and, like, just above average for the rank. It's all about what we do with the ball. That's minor. We're not going to make that about today, but I'm just kind of holding myself accountable. Don't want to forget that with you. You know, it's less shots, less challenges, more control. You're going to prove me wrong. So far, we have not controlled the ball. So far, we have not done a mechanic outside of shooting or challenging. So, like, you're going to prove me wrong. I want you to. But, like, it needs to be every single time you touch the ball, it's a mechanic. It's a control. It's an air dribble. It's a double touch, whatever. Don't care what you do, but it's mechanics. Good. Close. It's a good look. Good fake. Mechanics. There we go. 2 touches. And we score. I think you're I mean, you made a comment about demos and stuff. I don't really think that's the good job. Obviously, like, keep doing it, but, like, I don't really see an issue. I'm really trying not to anchor on this mechanics thing, but I know it's a minor focus, but I know it's a big one. Because it's, like, really annoying, Nalia. Because your positioning is good, your game sense is good, your awareness is good, your challenges are good, you're mixing things up, you're egoing, you're faking, like, you're so, like, well-rounded. And it's like the final stat, right? Like, if you have a stat sheet of you as a player, the final stat that you need to put more into is what you do with the ball. Everything else is so good, and, like, it annoys me because I can easily give you something new this week, but I know that's the wrong advice. That's not actually going to help you improve because everything else is so well-rounded. I'm still going to try to find something new because that's just what I like to do each week. I'm trying to see what is breaking down with mechanics. Are we simply not making a decision? Is it positioning? Don't think it's that. Is it boost management? Do we never have enough boost to do what we want to do with the ball? I want to see if I could figure out what's breaking down. Because something I noticed with G2 Stride over this weekend, they always have boost. Always. It's ridiculous. For everything they go for, they have boost. It's fine. I think it's decision making. Like, Nolly, you're gonna hate me, but, like, I swear it's decision making. Like, you remind me a lot of Loomis. Sorry to call you out, Loomis, but, like, Loomis does the same thing as you, where, I mean, I think part of it is rooted in being a smart player. Nolly, like, your brain for this. I have open space. I have a good power shot lineup. I could sink this. If I try to be mechanical, I could overcommit. Like, I could see you kind of thinking, and, like, you choose the more simple and straightforward thing to do. I feel like you just need to, like, be riskier. And I feel like there's this crutch against risk with you that's halting your individual improvement, but it's your crutch because when you play risky, you get scored on. When you play risky, you put pressure on a teammate. So like you have a hard time playing risky because it's tied to overcommitting. But I really feel like you need to play risky. Like you need to play creative. You need to play risky. You need to make these decisions because, and this wouldn't be risky. Let this ball bounce another time and maybe turn it into like a little 360 power shot, or catch it on your car for a flick, or catch it on your car, drop down for a 50, or catch it on your car, drop down for a 50, control corner boost, or catch it on your car and then drive in front of it and go for the demo on net. Like creative decision making. I feel like we're very, very straightforward with our decision making. And it's not, I think it's exactly what I said. Like you tie risk to overcommits. I feel like you need to break through the seal. I don't know how often you play ones, but nor do I want to hurt your brain, because I love that you submit every week. I love that you play the game. I like that you enjoy the game. But like typically what happens when I see players like this that have a hard time being creative, have a hard time being mechanical, have a hard time finding open space in a 2v2 setting, there comes to a point where I'm like, okay, like if you cannot do it in twos, you need to go to ones where you get a lot more space. And for you, Nalia, it would be, I don't care if it's don't care about your rank. I don't care if it's play casual ones, but like you need some sort of, like, you're exactly like Loomis. I'm sure in free play, you do all the mechanics in the world. I could tell by your car control. But like you literally need to make the decisions in game. You need in-game reps. I would play a little bit of ones or really try to focus what I'm talking about in twos. It's the last stat sheet. I'm going to see if there's anything else. I think it's purely tied to decision making. Nothing else. You just choose the simpler thing to do, the safer thing to do. And I feel like that's our stalemate. For rank, for individual improvement. That was crazy. This was nuts. And it didn't even do anything, but this is what I mean. That was so cool. Do it again. Like, that was creative. That was actually crazy. Please, do it again. Not the exact same mechanic. But, like, I truly think, like, you have such a great ability for mechanics, but it's tied to the need to play safer, to not overcommit. That's fine. I'm sorry, Nalia. I'm like sacrificing my own coaching ego, where I like to tell people new stuff every week. I just know this is what you need. I know this is what, like, you need for individual improvement. Think about it like the stat sheet. This is like the icing on the cake. And I feel like if you think about this too, Nalia, if you play riskier, it's not just like improving your mechanics, but like it puts you in different situations where you have to make other decisions. If there's a play right here and you make your decision and you fake it, well, you're only limited to the decisions back here. But like if there's a play right here and you go for like something super creative, there's like endless possibilities that can happen from that decision, that new decision, that creative decision. You're just like very limited with what you can do. Really, it's like more creative decision making, more creative mechanics, and play riskier. And I think you could play ones. Like if you have a hard time doing that in twos, and it's just I think there's the cringe mechanism where it's like when you try to do this, you go down in rank, right? And it's like we haven't figured that out, but like we can't figure that out until we start doing it more consistently, right? Like do it for a month, do it for a couple weeks where you are being more creative. That's when we can actually like, okay, this is what's happening. This is where we're losing consistency. It's like you found this place where you could just sit GC1 and just like sit there. Really try to trust me on this. I think it's good in a lot of different ways. I hope that makes sense. You said it did.